So now Proclus deals with another interpretation of the passage um, that the earth is concentrated around the pole that has been extended through everything. But now he's going to consider an alternative understanding of pole here, not as the axis of the world around which the heavens turn, rather as another different word for the heavens, which the word in Greek can freely be used to mean. So he says, but even if, as the divine Iamblichus says, we choose to understand the words the pole that has been extended through everything as the heaven, we will not, even on this interpretation, deviate from the thought of Plato. For as he himself says in the Cratylus, the experts in astronomy call the heaven the pole from the fact that it goes around harmoniously, peripolain. In accordance with this conception, one might say that when the pole is stretched through everything, this is the heaven, which has been made convex through the whole of itself, since it lacks any angles, for it would thus present the appearance of a circle that has been stretched. The earth is concentrated around this pole, converging upon the center, not spatially, but rather through a desire for similarity with it, that is, with the heavens, in order that by being confined to the center in the same manner as the heavens are moved around the center, it may come to be similar to what is essentially spherical, since it has been concentrated as much as possible. As the universe has been extended around it, in the same manner, the earth is bound fast in relation to the heavens. Plato has provided the cause through which the earth is confined or sustained in the middle of the universe in terms of either of the following two conceptions. It is either because the axis is the sustaining or connective power of the earth, or else because it is confined on all sides um, by the revolution and brought together in the center of the universe. So he says that, we can even make sense of this passage if we interpret polos as the heavens. Why? Well, because are the heavens mean? Why do the heavens mean that? Why are they called the pole? It's because they go around. Because there's this verb which peripolein, which means to go around, and they go around harmoniously, right? And as we explained, the nous of the axis of the world is supposed to be precisely that nous that sustains the harmonious change in all the world. Um, and then, right, then he interprets this stretching as not, the poles as the endpoints of this axis being stretched down vertically, but rather as if the world was a circle, then it is stretched out like into a sphere. That's his interpretation, and then the Earth is concentrated around it, around the pole. Well, because it assimilates itself to it by it itself is as it were a small heavens. He doesn't say this, but like as in other places, he says everything that is in the heaven celestially is in the earth terrestrially. The earth is a sphere, as the heavens are a sphere. So that is the point of this passage. So the yeah, and so with that he brings to a conclusion his discussion of the verb ilomene, right, concentrated. And then in what follows, he then discusses the fact that it's called the guardian of night and day.